Hey yo, what's going on everybody? Depraved Slash here, and we are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
Hella Depraved.
Yes, we are. I'll let you lead in with this one.
Something a bit different today. One of my best friend from when I was living in England, so elementary school years. Her longtime partner is a musician, and Steve has been, in all sorts of rock bands for over a decade now, probably closer to 2, including ones that, like people such as one of the founders of the Judas Priest were in. And he's multi-talented. He plays the guitar, the bass, and he sings. I have heard some of his live stuff, so it was recorded gigs. Unfortunately, they weren't professional enough for this kind of viewing. There's a lot of background noise in pubs and so on and so forth. He is based out of Northern England right now, and he now has one professionally recorded track, soon to be more, coming out with more albums. We are recording on the 4th of July today. Happy Independence Day, everybody.
So if you hear a lot of shooting off in the background.
Yeah. But today he is actually doing a virtual concert, and then
what time today?
I think he's already
done
it, or is in the process of right now.
Oh.
They're 5 hours ahead of us, and then on the 11th, so next weekend, he will also be giving a performance over the internet. Mostly, I've seen him in watch parties on Facebook. Pretty sure you'll be able to find links either via the YouTube channel that will drop below, or his Facebook page under Steve Mercy, or Twitter might have something. I think he's a little less active on Twitter than he is on Facebook. But I wanted to showcase him here, as you know, friends do, try and promote him a bit. And his voice is actually wonderful. My favorite that I've heard so far was a tribute to a woman that was a close friend of theirs who was also an artist, sang with him a lot, and unfortunately passed away from, I believe, cancer a couple years ago. Beautiful, beautiful song. So I'm excited to hear this. I have not heard this one.
Guess what?
What?
We made it 2 minutes.
And then it...
Fuck yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys. Algorithms. It's kind of hard for us. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure he made it on the channel. I am excited to listen to this. He is also on a professionally recorded album that was just released by, I think her name is Louise Patricia Crane, but he is only the bassist in that. You won't hear his vocals. It's still amazing. She is kind of a mix. Like, she has her own unique style. He is mostly focused on acoustic stuff at this point. It is this nice kind of gritty rock, but he's calling it black country rock. Black country being, well, I mean, the black country being where he was raised, but also kind of influenced by some of the older country music as well as rock. It used to be a more, I think he called it acoustic gothic rock was what his focus was. So let's check it out.
All right, so this is Steve Mercy and Maria. We don't know what her last name
Broster?
actually is. It says Broster here, or Broster, and then on
I think
Facebook
it's
says
different.
something else.
Yeah, the link that I was sent said something else. So not sure, but it's Maria. We do know that.
Maria.
Okay, that was beautiful, baby.
I know.
Yeah.
I should do not a fucking thing.
Not,
All right.
not a thing. Let's leave it to Steve and Maria.
Let's get it.
Both playing.
I really like his voice.
Me too. I wish that they had.
If I had one complaint, there are times where the guitars are, at least in my headphones, I don't know if it's just my headphones, but the guitars are completely drowning him out.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. I know that this is a more live session, but I hope that at some point they release this as a mixed track where they can raise his vocals over. I mean, his guitar playing is amazing too.
Yes.
I'm not complaining about that, but you are correct that occasionally, especially on the lower notes,
yep.
it's drowning him out, and his voice is. He's got a really good voice.
Fantastic.
I'm also really enjoying the lyrics.
Yes.
Like singing about someone who's self-centered and they're face-to-face and she only cares about her own problems, not everybody else's. But I like the sea theme. The waters are too deep and
right.
so on and so forth.
We're face to face to face. I have no time for you to face.
I will also say, if you look at this guy, this does not look like this does not sound like the kind of music you would think he would play, because he's got like the skull bandana wrapped around his wrist.
Oh yeah.
So I'm expecting him to start
Look,
growling and getting into
my
it.
favorite photos of Steve. So Jilly and Steve. Jilly is a huge Disney fanatic,
Yes.
right? So dress up stuff for nice dinners and whatnot with family. He'll be wearing I've seen Black Sabbath t-shirt type stuff, 80s heavy metal rock with a leather vest and then a Mickey Mouse tie. It's amazing.
Fantastic.
His taste is and dark wash jeans. His taste is on point. I did watch a Zoom podcast meeting where he played a little bit live, I think last weekend that he was in, and I made a comment in the chat about his hair being very metal, and he said that at one point when one of the bands that he was in broke up, he was so pissed off that he did actually cut it all off, and he was very sad because almost immediately after he went to a Metallica concert. And I was like, oh, well, then you can't actually headbang with that. And he was like, that is exactly. So he grew it all back out. It matches Jilly's. She's 100% Irish, has the beautiful red curly hair as well, so, I fit in. But yeah, it's very funny, his style. But I think he's kind of progressed. Abigail's Mercy was, I believe, the one that had the member of Judas Priest in it, and so he's progressed from more metal sounding stuff to this acoustic, which I'm
a fan of acoustic.
I am enjoying this a lot.
So
yeah.
Your true colors aren't as bright as first appears. It's not like I'm not used to it from the experience of years. Just like so many others, you will vanish with.
he sounds like somebody.
Are you trying to place it? I was really just enjoying the metaphors in his lyrics. Your true colors aren't as bright as first appears.
It's going to irritate me. His voice has a sound that's kind of like a mix of Johnny Cash and somebody else.
Johnny Cash is one of the people that influenced him to move into the acoustic country.
The person I'm thinking of is an old grunge singer.
Oh God! Now that you've
and I can't quite put my finger on it for some reason because again I'm terrible with like band member names anyways.
Me too.
But right now I can't even remember the name of the band.
Hopefully it'll come to you by the end of this.
Which is what's driving me crazy.
The other one that I wanted to point out, and I think this is what he said, if I heard it correctly, it was now that we're face to face to face. I think he called her two-faced as soon as he ended that. And I really like the play on words there.
Right.
I mean, that would be, well, I guess she's two-faced facing you. That's why it's face to face to face. There's three faces. That makes sense. My math was hurting me there for a moment.
Unless there's a third party we don't know about.
Well, but if she's two-faced and he has one face, that's three faces. Math sucks.
True.
Listen to music.
No,
that
'cause
is
even
my
then you have to
PSA
know
for
math.
children.
Well, not to listen.
Yeah.
To play it, you do. But
Kinda. Like, it depends on how you learn your music.
I mean,
like,
there are
timing,
people that
sure.
learn by ear that like don't really read music.
Right.
They irritate me.
We'll have this talk later.
Are you one of those people?
I am one of those. I'm horrible at math, baby. Horrible. So yeah, I have to learn the timing, like if I'm playing with other people, for example, or like in musicals and stuff like that. I learn it by the beat of the song, like it's a memorization thing versus. But I can read music.
No, you know why it irritates me, don't you? Because
No.
I can't do that. I have to have sheet music.
Well, it irritates me that like you can actually like do the fourths and shit in your head. So
4/16.
whatever. It's math.
They're just time signatures.
Have I ever been good with timing either? No.
Neither of us have.
Yeah, so never mind. Steve, you're amazing.
You're
We
doing
digress
great, man.
all the time. Julie can probably tell you that. I'm amazing. Well, and Maria, I have to point out both of these people, superb on these guitars. I haven't heard of a single, like, even hesitation, and it's two of them playing at the same time. Like,
Well, I honestly, going back to the whole the music thing, I think what irritates me about is being somebody that's been in orchestra.
mhm.
I mean, you have to know time signatures and know how to read music. So I never learned otherwise. So
Right.
that's.
I mean,
I
like,
couldn't do it now because it's been 20 years. But
I've been reading music. I mean, like, I can recognize what it says. I just can't translate math for I mean, because I played, it was recorder and then piano, and then I took voice lessons, and I was also in musical theater, and all of those require sheet music. So, and I did that until I left high school.
right.
I just, actually, I took voice lessons through, like, my early 20s.
You did more than I did. I did French horn, flugelhorn, and then they tried to force me into trumpet, and I quit.
Okay. Well, I mean, but it's a learning, what is your learning style versus, because anything with math, you gotta be kidding me. I'm horrible with it goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I try, but.
I'm good about halfway through algebra. Once I get into like halfway through algebra, then I fall off.
I had straight A's through pre-algebra, and then we hit algebra, and I was like, hee.
I love that.
Hee.
All right.
Just like so many others, you will vanish without trace. I can't hear what's said behind my back, so please say them to my face. Some may find me hostile when I'm truthful in the extreme. I may seem abrasive when I'm talking tongue-in-cheek. And friends may come and friends may go, and some are hard to please. So why would I need enemies when I have friends like these? If you're a friend worth crying for, then
Yo, is this on Spotify?
Hell, it better be.
I need this in my life. He's like, who?
This message is amazing. I have felt this so many times that it's not even like I'm beyond blunt, or I guess that's what my mom. I feel like I'm normally pretty nice. I just call it like I see it. Like I have no time for bullshit. No fucks given.
Dude.
Although I do try and be like a good loyal friend and listen and so on and so forth. But if you're full of bullshit, I'm gonna call you on it. So, the line about when I have friends like these that
well,
hit before the...
Who needs enemies when I have friends like these?
Yeah.
No
This is
shit.
amazing, Steve. Like, please, if this is not... We'll look, but if this is not available for some sort of streaming, it needs to be. This is...
That was fantastic. I want to hear that part again.
Please.
Have our own problems from my memory and think of you no more. We each have our own problems, and being you is yours. We're face to face.
He reminds me of Stephen Lynch in that.
Yeah, in the comedy aspect.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen Lynch has actually a very good voice. He just chose to pursue comedic singing.
When he gets... I'm still trying to remember the band that I'm thinking of. It's when he gets into that lower octave
Right.
that he's singing. Beck keeps popping in my mind, but I don't think I remember Beck being that low. But it's around that same time frame.
Bush?
Maybe Bush?
I mean, I can hear a little, maybe Gavin Rossdale.
I would have no clue. If I
That
could
is the lead
was.
singer of
Oh.
Bush. He was married to Gwen Stefani.
I know who she is.
I know.
She had the like sexiest
She
abs
is
in the
bananas.
business.
Yes, she did. Possibly, because that Bush is a grunge. Beck, I just don't remember ever getting that low.
I don't either.
But between the acoustic guitar set and the humor behind those lyrics, he reminded me of Stephen Lynch in that moment. Yeah.
Face to face. I have no time for you to face.
He did.
That was fantastic.
That was amazing. Please go. He doesn't have that many subscribers on YouTube. Like I said, I think he does a lot of his on Facebook. And
Although I'm just saying, if you guys start to show love on YouTube, he might start putting more there.
right. Well,
There's
I
always a
think most of
possibility.
his stuff is actually listed. He just doesn't have that many subscribers and
He's got like
view
9
time.
subs.
Yeah, so that's ridiculous, guys. But Facebook, you'll actually see updates. Like I said, he has been doing a lot of the watch parties on there for the stuff. He's been dropping all of the information for these virtual concerts and links for like the podcast that took place a couple weeks ago, so on and so forth, on his Facebook site. And it is just a artist page that you just go to and like, and you're a follower. That was amazing. Absolutely loved the guitar playing. You guys, your voice is amazing. And then the lyrics made it, man.
Yes.
Not only were a lot of them poetic, but then on the flip side, the humor.
The humor behind
Oh,
it. And what sucks, though, is regardless of how humorous it is, there are people like that, though.
oh, it's a legit serious message. It's just, we've been there so often that it's funny. And the way
Yes.
that it was worded in a few of those. And the other thing is his vocal range. Getting down super low, and then he hit those highs beautifully in a belt.
Right.
And no problems. Clear. And he definitely, you can tell that he used to sing with a heavier sound behind him because he's got a lot of power.
Right.
So, honestly, the only time that his vocals were below the music was in those low notes. And that is actually kind of like a natural thing. It would just have to be boosted post-production. Yeah. The rest of it, he could drown out those guitars easily. He's got enough power behind his voice.
Right.
So,
Like I said, I definitely would like to hear an actual mixed version of this. Like I said, when you did get low, there were times where, again, the guitars would drown him out, and I'd have a hard time hearing what he said.
right.
So, yeah, if you can get a mixed version of it, that'd be amazing.
Otherwise, we'll stream this one if we can.
I mean, I'm still going to listen to this
Yeah.
one regardless. I just,
It would be really nice.
yes.
I hope an album is coming soon. I'm going to be pushy. No, I'm not. I'm not that fan, but I will keep tabs on it for sure. Keep tabs on anything else that is professionally recorded without the background noise of gigs for this channel, for us personally.
Right.
So thank you so much for sending us this.
Yes.
I know I asked, but thank you for sending us this. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good.
Loved it. Love you guys.
And that is going to do it, guys. If you guys liked the video, be sure to slash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below. What did you think of Steve Mercy and Maria Dyke, or Broster,
I
whichever
was
one?
gonna say
We're not sure yet.
his YouTube, his Facebook link and stuff are there, but I don't think you can see it.
No, you couldn't read it anyways. I mean,
Those are for the guitar, but I could have sworn. We'll figure it out for you guys.
and I actually think that's for the studio.
Yeah, that's why I said we'll figure it out.
But yeah, also be sure to hop on over, like, sub, and yeah, that's gonna do it. We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you to Brave People later.